We're fortunate to have with us today one of the world's leading wellness and fitness experts. I first came in contact with Cathy Smith watching my wife work out to her videos in our living room. 4 or 5 years ago, I came in contact with Cathy and her organization and became very, very impressed with Cathy and everything that she's done over her life. She's produced and starred in more than 40 fitness videos and DVDs and is one of the industry's top presenters. She's the author of Lift Weights to Lose Weight and 2002's Moving Through Menopause. Now, Health Magazine voted her DVD as the best strength training DVD of 2005. Please welcome to the stage, Cathy Smith.
I like to move it. You like to move it.
Whoa! So we're going to start talking about how to actually take action here. 4 simple ways. With strength training, with cardiovascular training, aerobic training, with flexibility and stress reduction, and then that 4-letter word that we don't like to talk about, which is diet. And let's just jump in and start right away with strength training and why strength training is so important. Again, after the age of about 28 or 30, every single year you start to lose 1/4 to 1/2 pound of muscle. And what does that mean? That every single year as you lose that muscle mass, your metabolism slows down. So by the time you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and then late 40s, you have started to gain weight. And if I go around, you start to get the love handles, you start to get on the back of the arms, you start to get in the hips down here. Part of what's happening is that your metabolism's slowing down. And that the way that you can reverse that, and the most magical way that you can do that, is by starting a strength training program. The other thing that happens is that as we lose muscle mass, as we start to age, we lose the ability to function in everyday life. Now again, this doesn't show up until about our 50s, but your balance starts to go off a little bit. Simple things like going up a flight of stairs becomes more difficult, sitting down in a seat, getting out of a car. Again, you're losing muscle mass. The other thing that happens is we start to lose bone density. So one of the reasons why we strength train is because as we stress a muscle when we strength train, we're also stressing the bone, which allows us to keep the bone mass on. And the last thing is for diabetes prevention, which is the muscles are primary store of glucose. So to keep our glucose level with strength training, we can manage our glucose if you're diabetic. So what do? How do you start a strength training program? The reason why I love strength training is that all you need to do is have a couple sets of dumbbells at home. You need just a 3, a 5. So if you're having issues with sleep and you can't sleep through the night because, again, you're going through some menopausal issues, you're going through some stress issues, your business is like taking over and you can't get it out of your mind, then this is what you need to be doing before you get in bed at night. You need to sit down and do a little deep breathing exercise. And I call it my breathing listening technique. And I'd love for you to join in with me if you would. If you can actually just separate your legs and sit up tall. And maybe put everything down, either on your lap or down by your feet. And now let's just take a minute and inhale and exhale. And again, take a breath, inhale, and let it all out, exhale. Now on this next inhale, I want you to take 4 counts to take it up. Inhale, and at the top of the inhale, I want you to hold it there. Hold it for 4 counts. And exhale. Let's just do it 2 more times. Take it to the top of the inhale, hold it, and now listen for the sounds around you. Whatever it might be, life gets in the way, and you can't stay on track. So here are my 10 laws for living lean. Number 2, you need to create a home and an environment that can keep you healthy. It starts in the home, and more importantly, it starts at the supermarket. Remember, if you don't bring it in your house, if you don't buy it, you're not going to eat it. So having a shopping list, making sure that things that you bring in your home are things that you want you and your family to be eating is of utmost importance. Detach mood from food. This is mainly, I'm going to direct this mainly to women But I see it on both sides. So many of us eat because we're bored, because we're afraid, because we're lonely, because we just got in an argument with somebody. That's where we spend a lot of time of this overeating. If we can learn to detach that mood from the food and learn that you can go into that breathing listening technique to calm yourself down and to really sense what you're feeling inside and know that it's not about trying to fill an empty space with